I met a gypsy.
So now that I am more of a podcaster, still a snowboarder, but, you know, I'm able to pursue my passions a little bit more and turn the volume down on my snowboarding and then turn the volume up on C-Class battles.
Yeah. Dude, so actually, let's just, for context, this is we have to play this clip.
God.
This is like the clip of the fucking century. So Shira sent me this last night. I was thankfully here for this in person, but this is a level of frother that we're working with here, people.
In our hearts.
So this is from Mammoth, the C-Class LCQ.
Air horns, check.
This was a moment.
Get this guy some champagne.
Alright, we're gonna go to the interviews.
Yeah, basically all my friends had air horns at Mammoth when I'm going around.
What's up, dude?
This is my podium speech you got here?
At the beginning of the moto, I missed the whole moto, now I'm here. Yeah.
We were like... well, you know, the 30 C-Class got out there and, you know, Jet Lawrence with 22-0. The 30-plus C-Class LCQ win feels a little bit better to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude, it was a fucking moment. That was literally like my first interaction with you. Like, we hadn't met at this point yet, and everyone's like, you gotta meet Grenier, you gotta meet Grenier. And then, yeah, we watched you just rip the 30-plus C-Class. And the best part is that qualified you for the rest of the day, and you were just like, that, like, I'm going out on top. I can't do any better than this.
Oh my bucket was full. I was overflow. I was so happy. And a few years ago, 3 years prior, I cross-rutted in, I think it was that Dragon's Back section in the back.
Yeah.
And I got 12 staples in my leg. So I'm like a no one to hold them, no one to fold them guy. I got a heat race win for the LCQ. I was flying a little too close to the sun. I was jacked up, and I ripped the Holy, which is like ripping a Holy at Mammoth. I don't give a fuck what you do in life, like pro surfer, pro snowboarder, pro skateboarder, like a fucking full gate at Mammoth, ripping a fucking hole shot up the hill is like there's nothing better. Like I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like it's insane. And I'm never in the front. I'm like a mid pack guy, so I was out there so I got passed, and then on the first lap down the hill, and I knew I had the pace on the guy in front of me. But when you're in front, when you're leading at Mammoth, you're just like, holy shit, there's nobody in front of me.
Dude, it was so sick. And we're just like screaming the entire time, like air horns and shit. And everyone's just like, this is the dirty C-Class LCQ. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, Mammoth is like...
Mammoth is that place.
It's that place, and also, it's a snowboard town. And, you know, when you're leading, they're like, Chris Grenier on the microphone. So the flaggers, I'm pretty sure, were snowboarders. I had, like, all my friends with air horns. I had the pit board, and then it's, like, Bierman and Vicky and Seth and all these guys. And I'm, like, seeing the fist pumps everywhere I go. I felt like I was at, like, Des Nations, like, leading, like Carmichael or something. You know what I mean? It was so fun. So, yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it. Man, I had the first moto at Glen Helen. Everyone's like, McGrath was the gate before, and then my brother's class went, I think I was the third gate, and then I was on the Stark, and I like literally pulled into McGrath's gate, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. I hadn't done any starts on the Varg, and then I just ripped the biggest start, and I'm just fully like looking around like, holy fuck, and I'm like, I'm gonna rip the whole shot at Glen Helen. This dude come around the outside on a cowie though and pit me. I kind of pussied out a little bit, but just I think that's like probably the best thing about moto is me, you, Ricky Kant, like it's all the same shit. Like it's all the same feeling, and that's why even us C-Class heroes can love this shit so much.
110%. Like if you go to like at Mammoth, for example, I was out there for practice and I hear like a little like a yee like coming, and on the outside I see number 2, Showtime, passed me on the outside on a 1-2-5, and I'm just like, that's the fucking king of super. What's better than that? Like, you can't be a pro football player and go play football with Tom Brady. Yeah. But I can go ride practice with Jeremy McGrath, and I was racing day in the dirt, and I got passed by Josh Grant, and I thought I was going as fast as my motorcycle could take me.
And you weren't.
And he's just like you're not even moving, you know? And it's fucking amazing. Yeah, it's like one of those, like, it's Talladega Nights. He's like, was that the other car? What was that? Like, that's what it feels like with Josh Grant's up on the hill just flying past you. So, yeah, I love it.
Dude, no, it was a super cool deal, that whole Mammoth weekend. And, yeah, it's just the whole like vet racing thing in general is just so cool over here. Like this is my first time. When I lived here the first time, I lived here from like 2010 to 18, but I didn't really ride. I grew up racing and riding my whole life, and then I was working for teams over here, and I was going to all the supercrosses, and I was actually just surfed and played golf basically. It wasn't until I went home that I kind of got a little bit more into it. So now I'm like reliving all of my childhood dreams by like being here, racing the tracks and all that sort of shit. But the whole vet scene's fucking insane here, dude.
Oh, dude, it's incredible. And you pull up to the line, and the thing that's great is you're like, you got to work on Monday? You got to work on Monday? Me too. Let's keep it tight. Let's have fun, you know? And and I do like desert races. I'll do an 80-mile desert race. I'll do a GP.
Yeah.
I'll do day in the dirt. I'll do, to me, I don't discriminate when it comes to racing. But yeah, moto is definitely the most fun.
Dude, speaking of that, actually, are you busy February 17th?
Midwinter? Honestly, probably. Yeah, what do you got going on?
So we're doing a race. We're doing our own race. So have you seen, do you know Verb Moto?
Yep.
Yeah, so you know how they do their Verb Shred tours?
Yep.
So we're doing our own. It's like the Gypsy Tales 8-hour classic presented via Verb Moto. So it's an 8-hour team race.
Damn.
So you can either Ironman it, you can do a 3-man team or a 4-man team. And basically you get one transponder per team. And it's a 20-minute lap time. So it's, Mesquite? The world.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a GP down there next weekend.
But So it's there, basically. So we're doing, it's a half lap of the moto track. Then it's the works loop. And then it's the other half of the moto track.
It's all sand. Yeah.
And it's basically, it'll be like 20-minute lap time, and then you come into your pit, you clip on your transponder, or you put in your mate's Camelback, or like however you want to do it, and then you just go for 8 hours, and it's whoever does the most laps in 8 hours wins.
Amazing.
But so we do them in Australia, and it's called the Transmoto Race Series, and it's the fucking best shit ever. So the Verb guys were like, we should do an event in 2024. I'm like, this is what we're doing, because I feel the same way. Like those races actually got me back into racing and riding too, because I always say to people, you're almost a dickhead if you want to win. Like if you go there to win those races, you're a loser, and I don't want to hang out with you like that. And that's, I think, why Day in the Dirt works. Like no one goes to Day in the Dirt because they want to win. They're just there for the whole vibe of the weekend. So yeah, we're doing that. So if you're busy, but winter, snowboarder, probably
still
tough.
Though, I think that talking about the mentality of racing, I think I'm seeing a renaissance of people having fun racing, in the sense where it's like when you're young, people come up and it's like you're on the minis and everybody's really competitive and this is super dads, and then you got the schoolboys and all the kids are out for blood. Everybody basically like under the age of 30 is like feels like they're out for fucking blood. And then you get into vet racing and it's like, let's have good times, let's do some good times racing. And I think that it's about racing without ego. You gotta, there's a degree where you want to be fast and you want to win, but there's that like kind of tough guy mentality that kind of melts away in some of these races, which is what I love.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.